Hi there folks, Sunny Sharma here from vipcondoprice.ca. We're at Capital Development's head office on St. Clair Avenue West in the city of Toronto. Pretty soon we're going to actually have Matt Young, the Development Vice President, come in and share a little bit about information with us about Azura Condominiums, which is coming up soon, folks. Stay tuned for some more important information. We're going to release some of it now and a little bit more at a later date. And this project's located at 15 Holmes Avenue, just at Yonge and Finch area. About a minute walk to the TTC subway station, GO station, Viva station, and buses. And all the amenities that are in the area. Stay tuned. We'll have Matt come in a few minutes. Matt, thank you very much for having us here today at Capital Developments. We're really excited at vipcondoprice.ca to be exposing Azura Condominiums as quick as we can to bring it to the market. As being Vice President of Development Services of Capital Developments, can you share a little bit about the project name and some of the attributes of the actual building itself?
Yeah, so the project name is kind of a riff on azure, which is a color of blue. It's a shade of blue. It's actually the same color blue that's in the Capital Developments logo. And then on top of that, when we were designing the building, one of the things we really focused on was trying to maximize southern views and views of the sky. So again, azure is kind of like a sky blue, and that was sort of how the marketing team came up with the name. And then, yeah, as I was mentioning, there's a lot of really unique things about the project. The architecture is really beautiful. The amenities are fantastic. The units are designed in a very unique way in order to maximize south views and things like that. So, yeah.
IBI, apparently architects who designed this building. They're world renowned. Mm-hmm. And hence, I guess, the expanded balcony space or the way they've designed the building, as you mentioned, I think it's almost 74% of the units have somewhat of a southern view.
Yeah, exactly. So actually what we did when we started designing the project, we had a lot of land, so we weren't really constrained by setbacks to other buildings or anything like that. So we kind of said we can do the perfect floor plate and the perfect unit layouts that would make the most sense to sell. So what we really started with was designing our core, and then we did a whole analysis on all of our past projects that we've done in Toronto, what were the best selling units in the different product types, and we actually plug and played all of those different units into that core with the mandate to maximize south views. So the building sort of tapers as you go to the south, and 74% of the units all have a view facing south, which is always a luxury to have in Toronto. So that's kind of how we designed the floor plate, and then IBI did a beautiful job of skinning the building and making it look handsome and very beautiful, and I think it's going to be a very striking project for North York.
Most definitely. And the fact that you were able to find an infill site so close to Yonge and Finch area is absurd. I mean, really, it's really hard to find. Can you share a little bit about that process?
Yeah, so on the site there was 2 different homes, and then there was a block of townhomes. And actually, interestingly enough, one owner owned the entire block of townhomes. And it was a condominium. So we ended up purchasing all of those townhomes and the 2 units next door. It was kind of pre-assembled, and yeah, it made a lot of sense. I think a lot of people probably looked at it and felt, talking to 17 different owners of townhomes that are part of a condominium might be a difficult endeavor, but it was sort of already kind of teed up for us in a way, and we were able to come in and purchase it, so we're very lucky to do that.
Matt, can you speak about the floor plate? I know we can't really talk about pricing at the moment right here, but can you give us a typical floor plate type example? Are there going to be more studios, bachelors, 1+1s, or are we gearing more towards 2 bedrooms, 3 bedroom type units?
So we have a broad mix on the floor plate. I think the thing more than anything that we really tried to focus on is making sure that the units that we put there are the most efficient versions of those units they can be. So we looked at different product types. We did a whole rental analysis of what products rent for the highest PSF in the city and what is most in demand. And we kind of saw that there's a lot of demand for really small 1 bedrooms over studios, as an example. You can get a higher rent for a 1 bedroom than you can a studio, but you can design a very, very efficient 1 bedroom. So we wanted to have a number of those units as sort of a price point to get into the marketplace. And then we sort of skipped the small 1+ den type units and went into what we call a 1+ flex type unit, which is a little over 600 square feet. And it's a 1-bedroom with 2 full bathrooms and a large den. And while it doesn't completely comply as a 2-bedroom to city standards, it functions as a 2-bedroom. So it's kind of like that entry price point unit for a 2-bedroom. And we have a number of those on the floor plate. And then we have a lot of really great 2-bedrooms where they're split and they have wraparound balconies and all the other features that would be really valuable for a purchaser of those. And then the other unit, which we're very proud of, is our 3-bedroom. You know, today you have to put 3 bedrooms in a lot of projects, and they're always very difficult to do because you don't want to make them too big where people don't want to buy them, but you also want to make them livable. And the challenge is that it's hard to get the bedrooms all on windows, and we're really proud that in this 3-bedroom unit, all 3 bedrooms are on windows, all 3 bedrooms have access to balconies, and it's just the most efficient 3-bedroom I've seen in the market. So. And that's actually kind of how we've designed all of the units. I mean, every single unit has bedrooms on windows. All of them have a lot of sunlight, and we've tried to make it as livable as possible.
As being Vice President of Development Services for Capital, I understand you were previously with Lifetime Developments too, which gives you many years of experience in this field. Can you share a little bit about your experiences with our user group here?
Yeah, so I mean, I've been in the business for 10 years, and I started, as you said, at Lifetime Developments, and it was a great time to start because, you know, they had a huge pipeline of projects, and I got involved in so many great, exciting projects in the city, from Bisha to the Yorkville to Karma and Index to the Bond. You know, it was just a great time to be launching projects. And then I kind of took that experience, and when I came to Capital Development, sort of helped them build their portfolio. So they had just acquired some land, and I kind of started the rezoning process and getting the ball rolling on some of the Yonge and Eglinton projects that we worked on. So
E2 and the Art Shop are phenomenal projects.
E2, the Art Shop, 155 Redpath, 150 Redpath. We ended up doing 4 projects in that area in a pretty short amount of time, and we kind of became known as the Yonge and Eglinton guys. But but that's the thing. We like investing in areas where we see a lot of upside and we see opportunity. And you know, we like to focus on an area that we know really well. So we did that at Yonge and Eglinton, and anybody who bought at our projects at the beginning did exceptionally well on those projects. And for us, that's kind of one of the most rewarding things is, you know, people kind of realizing you know, gains in their investments and finding projects that they fall in love with. Many people moved into the units and are living there. You know, so all those things are really great to see.
When do you foresee us launching and having the ability to take advantage of our platinum status and bringing this right down to our client level so that they can come in and sign their agreements? When do you foresee that happening?
Well, we're gearing up right now. We're working on a couple things. I mean, one thing that's really important to us is making sure we launch with a fully approved project.
Nice.
Good to hear. I think that's something, it gives confidence to buyers and gives confidence to people like yourself who are selling the project. So we're finalizing that, and you know, the beauty is we've got great support from the city, and they've really liked working with us and enjoyed the project, and think it's going to be a great addition to North York. So we're just wrapping up a few little things there, and we expect to be out in the spring for sure.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
So folks, thank you very much for taking a few minutes to watch this interview with Matt Young. It's very rare to get this opportunity to bring a project right to the front lines. You'll be logging on to vipcondoprice.ca as soon as you can. Register, leave your details. We promise you, as platinum agents and brokers on this project, we'll try and do the best we can to meet all of your needs. And once again, I want to thank Matt Young here.
Of course.
What an auspicious day to come out and visit you and share a lot about the project. Thank you very much, and we'll be in touch in the near future.
Thanks for coming, and thanks for supporting the project. We appreciate it.
Thank you.